Do you know all 5 signals that might be confusing people about who you are and what you want? Whether you're aware of it, your personal brand is always telling a story, so you might as well make it a good one. And the real question is, are you shaping that story in a way that works for you? Or are you letting it drift without intention? The first signal is around identifying your core message. Lack of clarity around this can really set you back from where you're trying to head. It is so important to understand the key elements of your personal brand and ensure that they reflect who you truly are. This is the absolute foundation for effectively communicating it with confidence. Your personal brand should highlight your strengths, establish a reputation, build trust, and communicate the unique attributes that bring you to your current or desired industry. So who are you and what makes you awesome? And if you aren't clear on this, how can you be clear to others? How can you show up at work every day and have others recognize who and how and what you do as your unique value proposition in the workplace? So you've got to get this clarity nailed down. And when you're clear on your brand, you make more intentional choices about how you act, communicate, and present yourself visually. Let's stay on that last one for just a second. Dress visually. You have got to dress the part. Your visual appearance really does matter. Slight segue, but I'll put this video into a playlist, and there's a video in that playlist that I specifically talk about why looks matter so much. Let's keep going with this one though. How you present yourself is a crucial part of your personal brand. Your wardrobe needs to reflect 2 things: who you are now and where you're headed, and there's one thing that it should absolutely not reflect, and that is where you used to be. When you're comfortable with your appearance and your body, it shows up in your body language. I recently did a short and I was explaining that, like, if you have your shoulders forward, all you need to do, like, just have a look. If I have my shoulders forward like this and I just pull them back, like, look how I'm sitting. Now, of course, I am leaned in because I'm trying to just have a casual chat with you. But if this is your regular everyday posture, it pulls you in, it closes you off, and you want to be more opened up and confident. There's one more point I really want to make. It is important that we embrace our bodies how they are right now, even if there's a state or a vision that we have with our body that is better in some way. If you are struggling with body issues from a self-image perspective, that is going to translate no matter how you dress or how confident you actually are. So fall in love with the body that you have today. And if there's a different body that you want, work on it for your future self. My third one on the list is body language and nonverbal cues play the part. And I don't mean fake it until you make it, but if you play the part, you trick your own mind into really being that person that you want to be. And if you do that day in and day out, guess what? You're not really playing a part anymore. You're actually that person. You're being that person. Even before you speak, your body language sends a message. Body language can either support or detract from your message. Standing tall, making eye contact, all of these things, they really, really do matter in how you are perceived. And they're powerful ways to reinforce your personal brand. I have a practical tip on this one. Pay attention to your posture, eye contact, and gestures. Consider how appearance affects your confidence. And I challenge you right now to just pause the video, go to your closet, and put together 2 or 3 outfits that you feel really comfortable and confident in, that you could wear in most scenarios, whether it's to work or an off day, something that you can switch out some shoes or some jewelry and you can go from day to evening, office to out of the office. Put together a few and treat those as your go-tos when you're having a day where it just feels like things could be better. Because having those go-tos and knowing what they are takes the pressure off, and the second you slip into them, you are sending a signal to yourself like, this is who I am, and I'm showing up. I'm showing up for me, and I'm showing up for everybody else, and that's it. That's the end of it. Show up. Because when you feel good in what you're wearing, it will naturally show up in your body language. And if you're a regular viewer, you may notice that I have switched out my regular coffee for a latte. So this is just a plain latte. Little personal detail about me. I do love a plain latte from Starbucks. So I'd love to know your favorite drink. Like, what does everybody drink these days? Number 4, authenticity and communication, uniquely you. Authenticity is key to conveying your personal brand. People can absolutely detect insincerity, so just be yourself, be uniquely you. All those things that you think are weird and quirky, that's what makes you unique, and that's what makes you special. And I don't mean special. I mean like actually special. I'm left-footed, and growing up I played soccer, and being left-handed was never an advantage. But being left-footed, that was an advantage, because I could do things on the field more easily with my left foot, and that became a superpower. So don't shy away from the things that make you unique. Embrace them. And when you embrace them, that authenticity shows through. And authenticity is something that people instantly relate to. Your personal brand is not about fitting into someone else's expectations. It's about being your authentic self. But authenticity should reflect your best self, not an excuse for being unkind or at your worst. And when your words, actions, and appearance align with who you are, confidence naturally follows. And if you're looking to strengthen your personal brand even more, I've created a guide, 6 ways to increase your confidence. If you go to my website, erintran.com, and I'll leave a link in the description, you can sign up for my newsletter and I'll deliver the free guide to your email inbox. Ask yourself this: do I know my personal brand? And is it a reflection of who I am? Am I presenting the best version of myself in how I act and show up visually? And my 5th sign, tailor your message to different audiences. Know your audience. While your core personal brand should always remain the same because it's authentically you, you do need to tailor your messaging to your audience. Different environments or audiences require slight shifts in tone and delivery. Now that you know the 5 signs YouTube thinks you might like this video here, follow me to level up how you show up. And until next time, take care and stay true to yourself.